Hey everyone, welcome. I wanted to kind of share with you guys something that I get asked a lot actually about lead generators and how to know which one to choose. And a lot of the new students that we take on, they're always like, "Oh man, well I had this opportunity over here. I could do this. Should I do that, or is that a good use of money, or what? Or I've been spending all this money for the last 6 months and I haven't really gotten anything out of it." And so it's always, kind of a battle to know, like, hey, should I spend the money on this lead generator, or maybe save my money, or maybe, I don't know, buy some cocktails with it? Like, what should I do with the money? What's the best use that I should be able to do with it? And so the two questions that I always want to get agents kind of thinking about first is when you get that phone call from whoever, right, the internet lead company or the listing lead company, and I won't say any names on here, but it's kind of like, man, you telling me for $5,000 a month you're going to give me 50,000 impressions? Oh my gosh, man, I really appreciate it. And I'm like, well, what the hell does impressions mean? Like, we don't get paid off of impressions. Or you mean every motivated seller that's out there right now that's thinking about selling, you mean before they even like call their best friend that's a real estate agent, or their brother or sister that's a real estate agent, they're going to receive a postcard from me, and all I have to do is sign up for a year and pay you, $1,300 a month, and you guys are going to do that for me, and all I have to do is just pay you the money, and then all of a sudden I go on these listing presentations, right? So obviously the reality comes of it, down the road, as far as that really was a good decision or not. And I'm not going to say that all the time that's the lead generator's fault, right? Because there's some other things that the agents don't take in consideration when they start a new lead generation system. They don't work on their dialogue, their value proposition for that type of lead. But for today, I want to talk about two questions that I ask very simply to real estate agents, when they start thinking about adding a new lead generator. So the first question is, how many closings do you think that you will get from using this lead generator over the next 12 months, right? So if we're going to spend, $300 a month for an internet lead company, right? $3,600 a year, $4,000 a year. How much are we going to really be able to say, how many closings do we really feel, based upon the past history of that lead generator, based upon what maybe our other friends in other markets have gotten out of that that lead generator in the past? What do we know about it, or maybe what we don't know about it? Maybe what I jokingly say, there's too many dominoes that have to fall before something actually really comes to fruition out of a new lead generator. So how many closings do you really think, if you were to do this for an entire year, answer the question to yourself, how many closings does your gut tell you that you think that you will get if you were to sign up with this lead generator and you were to do it consistently over the course of the next year? And your answer might really surprise you too, because a lot of the times people are saying, man, I'm like, what's your lead generation stuff? I'm like, man, I'm all over Facebook. I'm like, great. So if we continue doing that for the next year, how many closings are you expecting to get? And they're like, I don't think any, because I haven't gotten any in the last 4 months. And I'm like, well, again, so do we really count that as a lead generator, or is that more of just kind of personal branding or marketing that we're doing of ourselves, or name recognition, et cetera? So food for thought. Number one, make sure that you always ask yourself the question, how many closings do I really think that I could potentially get out of this particular lead generator over the course of a year, if I were to go for that? The second question is to kind of check yourself a little bit to make sure that you're really going down the right path and you're using that money for the absolute best use. So number two is, can I get more leads for the same amount of money from a different lead generator? Okay, so a lead generator is something that you want to basically give you names and numbers of raised hands in the marketplace of people considering buying or selling a home. Right. And so for that amount of money, there's some that you can spend money and you can get a lot. And there's some that you can spend money, maybe better quality potentially, and you necessarily get less. So you've got to be really cautious and ask yourself, hey, could I get more leads for the same amount of money by going to a different lead generator? Or what other lead generator could I actually use for the same amount of money that would give me more leads or more raised hands? So when you ask yourself those two questions, that'll kind of help you a little bit. I think a lot of people, like I kind of mentioned in fun at the beginning, they're more worried about they're getting sold, right? I mean, that salesperson is like, oh my gosh, you're gonna get all this business. It's like we're gonna be able to retire if we pay these internet lead companies $500 a month or $2,000 a month, you know? And I think the picture in the agent's mind is being painted just as generically success, and not necessarily, hey, you know what, how many, you know, what is my gut telling me? How many real closings do I think that I'm going to be able to get out of this lead generator if I were to stick to it over the course of the next year? And if I were to spend that amount of money, could I spend that money on another lead generator, or what other lead generator could I spend that money on and actually get more leads? Because in this case, we are paying for the absolute most number of names and numbers. And then obviously, of course, the best quality, you know, as well. But again, it's just raised hands in the marketplace. So quality is not really a big variable when it comes to that. So guys, I hope everybody's having a great day. If I can be of any value to you, if I can answer any questions, or if you want to kind of discuss how we could basically be able to help you anyway, closingsondemand.com/apply. Love to chat with you. If not, man, I really do appreciate you tuning in today, and have a good one. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.